There's something before formless and void. In the beginning, God created heaven and the earth. And there's something after formless and void, and God said, let there be light. We're bridging those two, you see. So, there we are. That's
Okay.
That's my example. It takes a while.
So that was day 4 responding to the initiations.
Yeah.
And now the next person, the next day to respond is who? Is it
day
is
one?
It?
Day one. And then did I do day one? I think to be going. What page are you on, dear?
It's page 15, day 1 responses.
I've got to get to page 15. Yeah, day 1 response. There we are. Yeah, and then it should go, we should be going forward by going backwards. This is an example of going forward by going backwards.
Yeah, okay.
Then you are day 1.
Alright, so I'm doing the things on page 15 then. So this is either preach, 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 pray, 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 or sing, sing, sing.
Yeah.
Alright. So day 8 had said to day 1, tell us how will you know when your time of fatherhood is over or changes significantly. And day 7 has said, day 7 is the wilderness heart, has said, tell me what this is all about and how you and I and we and generations yet unborn will benefit from this. Day 6 has said, what is my heart, or excuse me, day 6 has said to day 1, tell us how this symphony can echo the structure of today's sermon and leading us from wrath to grace. So again, I'm recapitulating the initiations, the questions, the initiations. Day 5 has said to me, tell us how easy or difficult it is to learn to read at home, to teach a child to read at home, and can you relate this to striking a blow against a major idol? Day 4 has said to day 1, tell us how fathering the symphony, opus 17, differs from or is similar to being a father to a family. Well, the symphony does not talk back. Or maybe it does.
Maybe we talk back in parts.
Yes.
I'm more orderly about it in the symphony.
That's
Actually, my family doesn't talk back either. I should make that clear.
Thank you, sir.
Respond to your exceeding
From day 3 to day 2 and 1 together, how do learning and music and learning reading go together and why not Hebrew at a young age? And from day 2 to all, tell us how the stories Chuck handed out are helpful to you. And so then my responses are... What are my responses? Help, Chuck.
Where are we?
We got to page 16 and then it fell off.
Okay, what day are you?
I'm day 1.
We'll have to find it.
All right.
You're somewhere way you could wing it here. Well, say what you would actually think.
Well, now there's a thought.
Yeah.
I'll try a couple of them.
I'll see
you're
if I
looking.
can find it in the meantime.
So, okay.
Guess.
From day 8 to day 1 says, tell us how will you know when your time of fatherhood is over or changes significantly. Well, I see a transition. I see several transitions in fatherhood. And one son getting married, that's a transition where my authority diminishes yet more, but my role in advising remains, and in trying to help Isaac become wiser and to transition into my role then. And I'll know that my role has changed further when Isaac and Katie, if they have children, then that places me in a different situation yet. And as I've got children graduating from high school, that changes also. So that's a start. Let's take a look at another one. From day 7.
You should go in order.
Oh.
You should go 4-1. You should respond 4-1.
Oh, 4-1. Okay.
Sarah.
All right. 4. All right. So
You're
I'm
ringing the change.
All right. So
Okay.
I'm ringing the changes. Okay. So I should have.
Exactly.
I should have responded to
But
Chuck
that's making up
first.
his own responses. So.
And Chuck's question, day 4's question was, how is fathering this symphony? How does it differ from, or how is it similar to being a father to a family?
I can't find you.
Okay. Well,
You're lost.
then go for the next one. I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
Just go find the responses for the next person after.
Okay, 4-1, 5.
Okay, so-
well, Sarah doesn't have any responses because I ran out of time, and I said, well, maybe we can all do Sarah's.
Okay.
I'll do Hannah's responses
Haha.
Okay. So,
as a group.
my responding, how is this like being father to a family? Well, there's more, for one thing, there's more here to do than can possibly be done. So you have to pick out, I think, what is important. And so trying to understand what being a father is separating the most important from the least important in some way. Okay. So what's my retuned? What's ringing the changes? What's after 4? 5?
4 is 1. After the sun comes the moon.
Okay.
4,
So-
1, 5, 2, 6, 3.
Okay. And I've already done 1.
Okay.
So
5.
then 5.
When you get done, then ask me what's next.
Okay.
I'll be ready. Yeah. Right.
Okay. So from 5. 5 was what? 5 is Hannah. Church music.
Yeah.
Okay. How easy or difficult is it to learn to read at home, to teach a child to read at home, and relate this to striking a blow against a major idol? And learning to read at home, well, Dora has kind of answered that, but the question about striking a blow against a major idol is striking a blow against the idol that says the state can only educate. And when we read at home, learn to read at home, we learn that the idol of the state doesn't have the power that it claims to have, I think. Okay, after 5?
4, 1, 5, 2.
4, 1, 5, 2. Okay.
Now you're in the win.
Yeah. So, day 2, who is Dora, says, tell us how the stories are helpful to you. I think they're helpful to me because they give me structure to see how things work. I think that stories, successful stories, sometimes show the structure of how things work, and then you could say, well, this is like that story in some way. Okay, so after day 2, Eric, do you know?
6.
6?
Eric, yeah.
Okay. 6. Back to 6. All right. So 6 was.
It's a lot more fun when you're talking.
Tell us how music is an imperative, moving us, though the services at the tabernacle had no music.
And
That sounds like a 5 question.
yeah, that sounded like
Oh, wait a minute. Sorry.
2-5.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, we're getting to know who's who by what
Right.
subjects. Yeah.
All right. 6 to 1. That's it. Okay. How can this symphony echo the structure of today's sermon and leading from wrath to grace? Anyone want to help me answer that one?
What's today's sermon mean?
Um,
Last Sunday's
that was last
sermon.
Sunday's sermon.